Welcome back to Kinlaig on Farming Simulator 25 Highlands Fishing. It's episode 10 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest, at the end of the last episode I took on a mowing contract. I got there, the gates were locked. I'm not naming names, I'm not blaming people. Someone's at fault. It doesn't matter who, but someone's at fault. Myself and Katie, we exchanged words. I drove away. I didn't get paid. Contract was nullified. End of conversation. We're good. We're okay. That's how it's going to be. So I've taken on some more cultivating contracts. I've got 3 to do. The first one offered this equipment and machinery, so I thought actually it's a little bit bigger than stuff we've got on the farm anyway, so it'll make that process a little bit faster, considering there were 3 and all 3 paid out quite well. So I thought, you know what, let's jump on, use that equipment. I'm using this piece of equipment, these pieces of equipment. Got the John Deere on the front, the cultivator on the back, the cultivator, Lemkin, isn't it? Can't remember, but yes, it's on the back. Look, you can see it, and I'll do all 3, and then we've got what are we doing? We've got rain coming again. Did I mention in the last episode? I think I did, didn't I? Woohoo. I like it when it's like this. I don't mind a crisp morning, I don't mind a crisp day. I'm not too great with stupidly hot. I don't mind snow. I don't, to a degree, when it's snow, that's nice. When it's slush, horrible, that's not so great. It's just pouring rain. I don't mind being out in the rain. I was a postman for years, don't mind getting wet. When you can go home, go indoors, dry off, get changed, when there's an end to it in sight. If you're camping for a week and it doesn't stop raining, that's a whole different ball game. Believe me. Anyway, I'm going to get this done. Sorry, I'm rambling on. Oh, you'd best believe it, it's raining again. We are in Scotland after all. I know that's a... people always say that. It's always raining in Scotland. It's not always raining in Scotland. I mean, it rains a lot, but, Anyway, I've just been down to the quarry to do another refill of the water just to make sure they're topped up. I'm going to be honest, I haven't had a chance to... I'm recording this off the back of the previous one, and haven't had seen the comments for the previous episode. Now, I'm pretty sure how people are going to have reacted, or some people will have reacted to some of the stuff. Now, what I'm going to say is, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm a big fan of the Liftable Pallets and Bales. I'm a big fan of Ross's mods generally. I'm a big fan of Ross. I've met him loads of times. He's a great bloke. He's very funny. I get on with him really well. He was on my charity live stream. He's brilliant. This Highlands Fishing Liftable Pallets pack. But when I went down to the quarry, the stone blocks, which look like stone blocks on pallets, which are really, really cool, look like this with a stone block on the side of it. So yeah, I don't know. And the same with the fish food. I don't mind. No, sorry, wrong way around. These I prefer. I prefer the plastic tubs. Because obviously if you've got water in here with fish in them, they're cardboard boxes. I suppose you could have bags in those, like goldfish type bags. But the fish food, I was saying, the fish food ones I don't mind, because you can get fish food like that. It wouldn't make a difference at all. So these I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of the blocks ones, and I haven't used any of the other ones yet either. So what I need to do, if I switch off the mod, all the pallets I've got that have come out like this already will disappear. So I've got to make sure I use these first, and then once I've used them, I can decide whether I'm going to switch it off or not. Like I say, it does make life easier. It really does. But yes, I know it's not realistic. I've used liftable pallets and bales since it came out. I really like it, and I still do a lot of forklift work. I still do a lot of lifting of pallets and whatever it might be. I think it's just the look of it for me, not what it does or how it works. It's the look of it. Sorry, I know. I just wanted to explain that. So what we're going to do is what we're intending to do right from the outset. Now, the other thing as well, because this is going to be a tricky one, I'm going to have to do a split here. We're going to have to buy some fish food while we're down there. And again, when we buy the fish food, it's going to come out like that. We're going to use the box truck. Now, I know Walter's a big advocate, and Walter really loves the box truck, and he wants it because it looks cool, and it makes us look more professional as a business. And if we had like Kinlaig farms down the side or something like that, that would be absolutely awesome. But realistically, what are we going to get in there? 8 pallets maybe? I don't know, we'll see actually. I hadn't even thought about the pallets because all I've put in it so far is concentrate. I'm going to have to get the forks to put the last one in there. No, we should get more in there, shouldn't we? I'm just thinking we could be quite limited, but I don't think we will be. Depends which way around we put them as well. If we put them that way, we should get 2 side by side, shouldn't we? I think we can get up into here, can't we? If we crouch, yeah. Put that to the back. Just think if we put them side by side, I don't know if we'll get them the other way around. Crouch. I'm just trying to work out the most useful way. I'm doing it like this. If you've got liftable stuff, this is absolutely mint, but it's not going to quite fit that way. Okay, I was really hoping we'd be able to do it that way, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so it gives us a bit of room. So let's say 2, we'll get 3 deep. Again, not sure. And then we should be able to stick another load on top. Go to there. Can we get another one there and the door's still closed? I don't know if we will, We're learning, yeah, put one that way, yeah, we're not going to get them, we won't get 2 that way. Interesting size then, isn't it, when you think about it, that's how it's worked out. Right, let me go and get the forks for that. Left the engine running, we should turn that off, shouldn't I? There's a lot of people that are very angry still about the left-hand, right-hand drive thing. Yes, we've just bought a little mini truck. It's left-hand drive, I know. And I know we're in the UK and it's right-hand drive. Most of the vehicles are. They will be, they will remain. It just is what it is. So we are heading down and we are going to do what I was talking about in the last episode. We're going to put, and I know I'm using the word offshore because it's technically it is offshore. Let's just say we're putting in an aquaculture pen. We're putting in fish pens rather than a fish pond. Offshore is a relative term because we're going to technically still be on shore, by the shore, shore side. Anyway. I'm not sure, whichever. And we're going to do the salmon in that one. We can do trout in it as well. And then what we'll do while we're down there, once we've unloaded all this, we'll go and get some fish food as well, because that's going to need some fish food. We can buy a load, we'll get a load of fish food. And this one is quite narrow, so we might be able to get this one the other way around. Maybe not. I guess we're about to find out with this as well. So we'll place that in. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. We're going to put in a greenhouse, but a different greenhouse to one you've seen before. And we're going to run some stuff you haven't seen before. And it's one of those, again, one of those bizarre situations that yesterday we had quite a few updates and one new mod. One of the updates was a pack. I think it might have been. It was one of the times I was away, or possibly one of the times I've been ill, or you know. Sometimes we just get absolutely inundated, and I do a mod spotlight, or you know, there's been a couple of times for whatever reason I haven't been able to do a mod review, and there was a pack that got updated. I thought, I don't remember seeing that before, and I checked in the change log, so I thought, well, maybe it's new to console. It's not, but I just hadn't done a review on it. So I had a look at that off camera. I've done some cool stuff with that, you'll see on here. And one of the parts of that is some greenhouses. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do as well, we're going to put in some bees, because we're going to need honey. Again, you'll see with that, so we're going to put in some beehives. Again, I'm probably going to spend a bit of time. There's nothing wrong with the base game ones at all, I don't think. I'm probably just better off just putting in the base game ones. Right, close that down. Let's head down. So we'll head down to our location. It's all about the location, people. Now I can't remember. I think we've got to get our fish food. Yeah, we haven't we? From the store. Because there's the warehouse as well, but I don't think we can buy fish food from the warehouse. And I know, obviously, with that Highlands pack now, there's the placeable point for buying pallets. I do have one of those placed. But that's for storytelling more than it is for anything else. I don't know, I'm just trying to think the route I'm going to go, where we're going to. I don't know if the eagle-eyed among you will pick something out. I'm not going to mention anything, but I'll see you down there in this. Whoa, this thing's light on the steering. On the road again. So we should be able to turn left just up here, because it was actually by a farmhouse. Now we can actually cut across where we were. I was on the right path. I just need to carry on the coast a little bit further. But there's a turning coming up that takes us to a little farmhouse, and we can go down the side of the farmhouse. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Just about here. I know it's a long way to come, but it's out towards the location I like. Out towards the lighthouse. We could have put it along any of the beaches. Yeah, we should be able to go down the side of the farmhouse just here. Can we squeeze down this gap here? Yes, we can. Hey, the boat's still there. It hasn't drifted away. That's good to know. So. Engine off. Now. We're going to put it here. Hopefully right on the beach. That's the plan. Like I say, rightly or wrongly, you know, and if you're doing yours completely offshore, if you've got the big boat and you're doing transport ship stuff, will we do something with the transport boat? Maybe. Will we own it? Maybe not. I don't know. Haven't decided. I've got all sorts of silly ideas and things I want to try out, and it's just, some of it's a bit narrative, some of it's storytelling, some of it's just a bit of fun, but some of it's just to get to utilise some of the stuff in a slightly quirky and different way, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so what we'll do, and again, I'll show you doing this. If you didn't watch the last episode, why didn't you watch the last episode? Go and watch the last episode. Well, when you finish, well, actually, it doesn't matter as long as you watch all of them. I don't mind. So we want out from factories to our aquaculture, and we're going to go to this 125 grandage. Swing it around this way. And if we bring it right up to the beach like that, as soon as it says no, then we stop like about, if I can get it just there. I'm happy with that. Boom. There we have it. So with a telehandler, or even if I lift stuff up, we can put our stuff up there, I guess. So I suppose we could do with a telehandler, couldn't we? That's not a bad idea. Maybe a telehandler. And then maybe when stuff is ready, we need a little bridge, something we can put to here. I wonder what we could use for that, because I couldn't get any closer. But I mean, at the end of the day, we can Can I jump up onto there? We can if we want to. We can wear a pair of waders and we can come out until we don't need a boat. And excuse me, I'm so sorry. The only thing with having been ill for the last few days, for some reason, the last 24 hours I've developed this, yeah. Oh, and what I'm really worried because I managed to escape the chesty bit, you know, because with me asthma that's always a bit of a worry, especially with the old COVID-y type stuff. I was wandering after another this morning. Our farm dog's often barking like a maniac. Yeah, so anyway, what was I going to say? So I can now park my boat up alongside that, which is cool. So I've got my own little private, you know, doodad. I like the fact they bob up and down. That's all very cool. I still don't think there is anything, is there? There was nothing really put in. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. That's all right, I guess. We're going out fishing. Maybe not. They just didn't. They didn't go for it with this, did they? With the Highlands expansion, there should have been something. There really should have been something. There should have been a kilt in here, you know, or whatever. There should have been something. A pair of waders if you're going to do fishing, like with a fishing like vest for all your tackle and stuff like that. But I don't know. Anyway, right, now to move this over, we'll move the boat over in a minute. Don't worry, we got permission as well from the people that live in the cottages here. Their houses, they're tenants actually. Their houses are owned by one of the big companies locally. They work at one of the big companies. We'll get to the big company another time. I'm being very cryptic because that's not for this episode technically. Part of it will be, but not all of it. And as I was saying, yes, I was saying about how it worked out very conveniently and completely by accident and one of those chance things. I was saying about that mod that had got updated and blah blah. I got the concentrate and I got the sprayer. That's up at the farm now. And it actually turns out that the greenhouses that come with this pack require liquid fertiliser. Was it liquid fertiliser? Oh, please tell me it was liquid fertiliser, not fertiliser. Oh, it doesn't matter, we can buy some. But herbicide, so at least we can get the herbicide cheaper. Oh, you. Yeah, didn't think that bit through. We need a ramp up to here. I definitely. We need a crane. We need a land-based crane. That's what we need. Mind you, I won't be able to place it because it's down on the land, do I? Right, let me go and get my forks. Do we invest in a telehandler? I was looking at maybe getting a wheel loader. If we're going to get a telehandler, is it going to be a JCB? I don't know. We've got a lot of JCB gear already, but it's that kind of territory, isn't it? Do I go for the base game? Do I go for RossN mods? There are just too many decisions. Let me close this back down again. I don't want anything getting nicked. Move the boat and we'll get that on and we'll go and get some fish food. We'll get that sorted. Don't wait, we'll get it all sorted. We will get it sorted. You know when you just have the zaniest of ideas and you stop and you think no, and you think I don't know. So anyway, I went back to look over. Stuart sent me a load of pictures. It was him that I think had sent me the offshore, nearshore, onshore aquaculture. Why is it struggling? And he's managed to put bridges out from his to the land. But well, I don't own the land, so it's got to be because you own the offshore aquaculture. If you start the bridge there and bring it out, every time I try and click on it, it says I don't own the land. And I thought maybe it's because I'm so close to the land. So I tried to do longer bridges from further out just to see if it worked, and it won't let me do it. So I thought, well, decorative bridges are going to work, a placeable is not going to work. Then I suddenly remembered, at the harbour, they've got the harbour crane for lifting boats in and out, shipping containers on and off boats, that kind of stuff. And you've got the extra pack that comes with this. Now this, for all intents and purposes, is like a bridge, but you need to be able to lift it with something. Now, I also decided, shall I go for a telehandler, which was a bit more expensive, or the teleskid? So I've gone for the teleskid. The teleskid will be out of reach. That'll work. So, what we're going to try to do, like I say, this is absolutely nuts. But again, you know, that It's Not Farming Brigade will be kicking off, and I don't care. I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying playing it. It's all this kind of problem-solving, quirky, weird ideas stuff that you think, oh, I don't know, shall I give it a go? I wonder. Right, tension straps off all of that. So that's now free to be lifted off of there. So what I'll do then, I just thought, well, if I'm going to bring it down, I might as well tension strap this to this, and then I can offload this at the same time, and I've got to drive multiple things at the same time. Gone for a special edition. We've got a metallic teleskid. Very nice. And then we can unload, and I can just drive into the water a tiny little bit, lift it up, boom, into there, no problem at all. The bridge, hopefully, it might be a little bit too steep an angle. I'm going to try and place that. It may not even stay in place. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Again, it'll be the same thing. I guess I'll have to just use the teleskid. I can't work out another way of doing it. There's not a longer version of this. There's not a liftable. I suppose the only other way of doing it, just trying to think, is there a trailer? You could just put a trailer in place, couldn't you? And just lay the trailer there. I mean, it's potentially an idea. I'd like to. I'll try this first because I just wanted. Again, that's just, yeah. Because, you know. So, let's raise that, switch back to that. Wasn't sure how many arms this thing had. I haven't really used it. I used it a little bit. Like I say, on the other episode, I was... no, it doesn't matter. I had a message saying I was clickbaity with my thumbnail. That bit in the thumbnail I showed in the video. I showed me doing it. As far as getting the boat out of the water, it can be done. I have done it. I actually did it. Oh, we've got a bit of rock now. I've got to be careful. I should have probably come a little bit closer. I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to adjust. Down, test and adjust, so to speak. Swing over a little bit this way, maybe. Yeah, so what I did was I beached the boat, and then I came along with the telehandler with... Oh, go on, if I can catch the edge there. Just bring it back a little bit. Just a bit. Just tap it in. Now lower it. Bring it back again. Little bit, little bit, little bit. Bring it towards me. Just a bit, just a bit, just a bit. We always give it a bit of a nudge, can't we? Right, switch to that. And detach. By Jove, I think it's worked. That's genius. It's not supposed to be, but it's genius. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. Right, let's fold that way. We can give it a bit of a nudge, can't we? Is it touching the floor? I suppose it is. Yes, it is. I mean, it's steep, and we are just about. Yeah, that's going to need a bit of nudging. Did I undo the tension straps on it? I didn't, did I? Do the tension straps there, and there. Let's jump in this. Start it up. It does work. Oh, and I can move it whenever I need to. That's brilliant. It might fall off, it might do all sorts of crazy stuff. It seems to be pretty fixed in place at the moment. Just give that a little bit of nudge that way. Okay, come on. No, is that falling off? It's falling off. No. Quick, nudge it from the bottom, push it up a little bit. Don't need that falling off. Probably should have moved the trailer actually. Let's move the trailer. So it took half the town to get it to work. Well, it didn't actually. Just the help of the guys from the harbour, which is brilliant. And we'll go and get the fish food. All the bits we're supposed to be doing. All the bits I'm not supposed to be doing. Come on. Just a little bit of a nudge. Come on, don't do me silly now. Seems to be just deciding it's going to float. Go on. That's it, just fall a little bit more. There we go. That better in place. So, raise that up. Lights. Got to make sure we take it nice and gentle, so we're not knocking it every time we do it. It's going to move, but yeah, it's not level, is it? Probably could have come back a little bit further actually. Hey, look, for the time being, it's there. It's doing the thing. Right, so that's that bit. Right, let's stop up in it. I don't know what's happening, I really don't. Right, let's open this back up again. I'll take all the stuff back in a little while, don't I? At least the other boxes are liftable, I'll be able to just pull those at the back, but what's that got under it? Come on. Every time. Okay, well. So, let's do that. Sit up. Hold on. Hold on now. Weird, there's a collision on that. If I can get it through the gap there, we'll be fine then. There we go. Now we're there. He says, get off. Go on, get off. Get off me, Barra. Go on. Go on. Just take there. At last. Right, so it needs to be, I guarantee when I come back tomorrow or whenever, that's going to be on the floor, isn't it? Lifting that up's going to be fun, isn't it? I suppose, although I've got it level there, the floor's probably not level here, that's probably what it is. Right, can we just throw these up? Oh, we can't throw anymore, can we? No, of course that gap's not big enough. Why would it be? Oh, hang on. Oh! Yes, maybe it is. Maybe this whole close to shore thing's going to work. It depends, like I say, whether I stick with the liftable stuff or not. I don't... I'm so torn with it. I'm genuinely torn with it. Come on, if I can get that right in the gap. There we go. Nice. Then fish food. Right. I'll see in a minute. We're going to get fish food. Then we'll look at crouch. There we go. And then we'll look at this greenhouse situation. No, don't know. Stay calm. Stay calm. Right. Let's get this stuff back. I'm going to go and get some fish food. Thanks, chaps. We definitely the cheaper source of fish food. 2,600. I got 8. That was just over 20 grand. I haven't seen. Well, we've had no return yet on any of it. But then we bought a load before, didn't we? For up at our little our young fishery. Luckily, we got the forklift here. So if you're buying it from the store, it's this version. There's not a liftable. That's interesting, actually. Yeah, I was just going to say. If we come into here, under our pallets, the liftable pallets and bales mod that we looked at, all the standard stuff is here. There's fish food pallet. Hang on, did I just miss it? No. So with the Highlands on... Anyway, well, it doesn't matter. They're all here now. We've got the forklift here at the store, so we'll load up with that. So with all the excitement of down at our close by shore fishery, I'm going to go over and... I'm so torn. I think I probably am going to disable that liftable Highlands stuff. I don't know. It's just, it was only really the quarry rock. Oh no, there's something else I was going to do in this episode, and I think it might not spoil it, but potentially it could. Maybe if I go down and move all the quarry rock that's now out at the moment, the liftable stuff. If I remove that, and then oh no, of course it hasn't disabled because I just moved all the stuff, didn't I? So I have no problem doing this. I actually find it. I do find it very therapeutic. I do like doing it, but sometimes just for speed, especially like, again, if you're doing off-camera stuff, it can be an absolute boon to be able to do that. Let's take some on top, then another load in front. Some of this is going to need to go up to our fish. Oh, do I need to buy some more? It's an expensive whole proposition. Expensive stuff. Salmon's worth a few quid, and we've got a little bit of it there, so I could have actually stuck two on top of each other there and just loaded it in sugar. But just for health and safety's sake, actually, we should have done as well, saying about health and safety. We're getting to that time of year again, aren't we? The weeks are absolutely flying by. How close are we to Christmas, people? It's insane. I think we've still got tickets for Lammer left, you know, for the meet and greet. If anyone's interested, I think there's a link in the description. We've got tickets left. I think it's £10 a ticket. You get some raffle tickets, you get food, you get a t-shirt. What else do you get? And obviously our company, which, you know, is what everybody wants, don't they? The content creators are there. Now, why is that not? Spread that a little bit. There we go, that's better. Actually, you know what, I can do it with the pallets. That will be a much more even spread. Yeah, so they are available still. I think we had 16. I mean, we might not actually. We've been selling a few every day, I think, as far as Farmer Cop's been sort of keeping everyone appraised. We haven't had a recent stock check actually, but it's going to be something like that. Anyway, so I don't know what to do. Whether to take all of this. Actually, you know what we can do, which probably isn't a bad idea. Let's go down to our offshore aquaculture. Oh, it only takes 10,000 litres anyway. That's all right. We'll put 10,000 litres in. We'll fill it, and then what's left, which will be 6,000 litres, we'll take up to our young fish breeding, which we've run out. That's interesting. That only takes 10,000 litres, and that takes 30,000. And then obviously we've got our fish lake. That's full at the moment. We're fine. That is chugging. It's just taking a while. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it in the end. It's like anything with any of the farming stuff, you know, all the inputs, all the work, all the cultivating, the liming, everything you end up doing, and it's that thing of, you know, it's got to be worth it, hasn't it? You know, let's lift that up a little bit. Push those forward again. There we go. We are in, aren't we? Yeah, we should be able to close the back door. And it's all expense. Everything's expense, and it can take an entire year until you get to harvest time, until you then get the reward out the other end. Unless you're doing other things, you know, like we say, a lot of the farmers diversify now. If you're running, beehives, that's a point. Do I put those in this episode? Possibly, because I'm running out of time. I've realised I've been talking a lot. I need to get up, and it took me ages to do that thing as well. I need to get up to the farm to put in the greenhouse. We'll check what we need for that. Oh, I've gone too far over. I've got an option to slide this side to side. I don't know if I have. I think I've gone too far to one side. Yeah. It's actually surprisingly tight. There we go. Do that. Come back a little bit. Raise it a little bit. Please need to shove. We're all right. There we go. Right, that's done. Let's get them taken. Would it be easier with the flatbeds, like open backed MAN? Probably. Would it be as much fun? No. Well, maybe, I don't know. Right, let's go. Let me get these stocked up, and I'll see up at the farm, and we're getting the next bit done. Yeah, like I say, what I'll do off camera now, I'm going to go move all that quarry stone, because that's part of our sort of daily. Well, it's not daily, maybe monthly, every 2 months potentially. That we've got that contract, we have to move the stuff and take it to the stonemasons. We'll get that done. Again, it's not going to be huge money. It's, you know, we get a little bit for transportation. That's it. Thought we'd better just check on the fish feeding situation, make sure our feeders are working, they're rotating, they're flinging, doing the fling thing, the Highland fling. There we go. That's where it comes from. No, it's not. It's doing the thing. I love that. I know someone messaged a while back when all this was coming out, said, we've already got fishing in game. There's that the fisheries mod. Was it Gwendol? We have, but it's not like this. I mean, this is a whole nother thing, you know. That just looks very, very, very cool. Anyway, it's working. That's good. Fish food's in. Fish are in. Let's make some money. Fish are fed all round. Lorry's back. Now on to the next bit. So yeah, we have got a large manufacturer, a countrywide manufacturer that is also, they've got a factory based locally. So we're going to be doing some stuff for them. Like I say, I don't want to give too much away on it, but what we're going to do first, we're going to put in some beehives. I'm not going to go ferreting around. We'll use, they're only $3 a pop, so I think what we'll do, I say only $3, isn't it? Oh, only $3. I can just do some more fishing if we need to. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the sort of top of the hillside here, looking out over the countryside, which I think will be quite handy. Might put one over here. We're going to put a few in. I mean, to be fair, we can avoid that if we want to. Let's put one here. We're going to, like I say, we're going to put a few in. Use a bit of that money we earn, that bonus money. Oh, the trees. Put it there. Want to make sure we've got plenty of honey coming in. One there. Should I want to the back? We'll put a couple to the back here by the walls there. And there. Cool. Right, that's a few of those in. We're then going to need one of these. I'm going to go for the small one. That way it can build up. Actually, we'll probably put that in the yard. That'd be right just there, wouldn't it, I suppose? Yeah, perfect. That's that in. Next, we're going to move to greenhouses. Because part of this is we're going to get one of these. I'm going to put it in this gap here, which is almost perfect. Swing that round there. Line it up? Yeah. I'm going to put it right up to the back of there. So how much this overlaps with? How much? Oh, that's perfect. Put that there. Boom. In. We'll do a little bit of landscaping on that as well. So, I suppose, are they going to be dormant at the time through the winter, aren't they? Or is it because of the rain? Never really paid much attention to them. I know we just put in the beehives and away we go. I'm trying to think, on Prairie Farm, Michigan, did they go dormant during the winter? They might have done. Anyway, so we are really building the farm up, aren't we? So here, I can't remember what it is we need. Should be in here, shouldn't it? Herbicide, yes, liquid fertilizer, brilliant stuff. So herbicide and liquid fertilizer, we've got to concentrate. So all I do is mix it in our tank, then unload it. We can unload it as, actually, will it take IBCs from here? Or I'm going to need to buy a little tank. I might need to buy a little tanker to do it, but that's not a problem. We need to buy some seed, water we can do. We've got a water tanker, but this will do your regular stuff, Napa cabbage. We've also got blackberries, which are pretty cool. We've got a boosted recipe. Now, the standard blackberry recipe is just your water to wrap blackberry, which isn't too bad, actually. Great cycles a month, doubles what you get from your water. The boosted one, using all the other stuff, it's a monster. So we could make a bit of money doing blackberries, blueberries, and then we've got chili boosted. Then we've got Chinese cabbage, which I'm assuming is just the Napa cabbage, is it? Yeah, they'll just call it Chinese cabbage further down. So there's some boosted recipes using all those other things. Oh, raspberries as well. Cool. So we can run some extra fruits. That will come into play later on. But I want to run some stuff on it now so we can get some of those fruits going with our honey as well. It will all make sense later on, but I wanted to get this put in so we can at least get it going. So what I need to do is work out. We're going to need to let's buy some seed. Let's buy some. Do I buy big bags of seed or do I buy? Doesn't really matter, seeds or pallets. It's all pretty much the same, really. I'll do the seed in a little bit. Let's sort the water out because we can do the water straight away. No, you know what? No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Let's do some landscaping. I tell you what, one of the textures I am enjoying, I'm enjoying textures, is, see that one? I've lost my rocky one. Oh, there's it, isn't it? Kind of like this, although I think it's quite a, that is like a little bit like the animal mud one. No, that's not the gravel that I had before. I thought we had a gravelly, and it doesn't matter. We'll put this around. I can always fiddle around with it later on and change it if we need to. Cool, we've used a fair old chunk of money, but we've bought a lot of stuff. Really, it's not giving up on that concrete round there, is it? And now we can fiddle around with it afterwards. I suppose we could put in some little tufty bits. Just don't want rock, do we? Now we can fiddle around to our heart's content, tidying bits up. We can add some tufts in. I say it just makes it a little bit more lived in and feels like it fits where it is, you know. Yeah, I'll probably leave that like that. That's all right. We'll put some grass around the back of here. I'll do the rest of that a little bit later on. We'll put some more grass in. It'll be good. Right. Let's go and get some water. Get that in. Happy days. New equipment, new machinery. Not quite offshore aquaculture. Greenhouse. Bees. Let's go. Tractor. Oh, I should have grabbed the massey on my way past, shouldn't I? I'll grab this since we're here with it. I can go and grab the seed with this later on, I suppose. Let's do it. I was rechecking the recipes actually. Say the recipes. I know it always sounds weird saying recipes. If we go to our offshore aquaculture, since we're only doing salmon, 36 to 26, 36 and 10 fish food to 32, which isn't too bad. Because I kept thinking for some reason young fish food I thought was quite poor, but actually it's not, is it? 72 to 80 we're actually gaining. 71 to 78 we are gaining. It's then when we come to the fish lake and the aquaculture we lose a little bit. 12 to 8, again not a huge amount to be fair. With the fish food 12 to 9, it's not a huge loss, so we should, it's just going to take time. Yeah, the investment's been made, now it's an investment of time and potentially patience, which often I'm sadly lacking. Our booty bowels are. Everything's fitting in here quite nicely. I always talk about our jigsaw puzzles of things and doing them in order. I love the way that chicken coop fitted in round there. It looks like it's always been there. Oh, okay. Let's go. Didn't even check to see how much it takes. Oh, 200,000 litres. Okay, we might need to do a few trips. I'll make sure we're pretty loaded up. The herbicide and stuff, like I say, I'm not sure whether or not, because it's an IBC sat there. I guess we can try one, can't we? And that's what I'll do. I'll probably leave there. We'll go and get the seed. I can put the seed in whatever. I'll try that. We'll go and grab one of the concentrates out. I'll put a little bit of water in now. Let's grab one of each, won't we? Let's get that. From one of our concentrates out from there. Pop that there. Grab one of those concentrates out from there. Pop that there. Close that. Bring you forward a little bit to there. Right. Now the good thing with this is I shouldn't need, actually what I can do as we go up to here. Let's fill this up. Now a water tap just here. Cool. Disconnect that. So I should be able to do like an IBC at a time, I guess. Again, what was the capacity? 100,000 litres of liquid fertiliser. Wow, okay, 100,000 litres of each. That seems like quite a lot. Do the herbicide first. We'll back up to our tap. And then we'll fill up. Right, concentrate in. 50 litres. Did I say 250 litres? It's 250 to buy for 50 litres, isn't it? Yes. Now tap there, and then herbicide. Whoosh. Let's fill her up. That will take a little while. Right, I'm just going to go and put the kettle on. Actually, I'll do the seed order while I'm in there. Just go and put the kettle on. Water's gone in. For a Scotsman who doesn't like the inclement weather, you let all the hot air out. To be fair, I'm going to do a lot of this. I'm going to need a load more. I'm going to have to go down to the store and buy a load more concentrate. But to be fair, even if, because you can get the smaller pots of concentrate, even if I use the 50 litre ones each time, for 250, it's a lot of herbicide and a lot of liquid fertiliser. Now I don't know if it's going to take it from this tank or whether I'll need to unload. If it takes it from the tank, then we're absolutely fine. It will. Brilliant stuff. That's going to make life so much easier. Now we'll mix up some liquid fertiliser, then I'll go down and grab the seed and we can get some stuff running. I will need to do a load more though. Mine has gone down. I did order the seed while I was indoors as well. I've ordered 8 bags, so we'll go down and collect that. Let's put our liquid fertiliser concentrate in. I was considering actually, when I said about doing a in the woods style sort of cow forestry, I was thinking about maybe doing a sheep pasture, because we could use that barn for newborns, couldn't we? And then just have all the other ones out. I don't know. Again, it's just thinking out loud, isn't it? Liquid fertiliser. Actually, now I've got water in it, I could actually get some of the stuff running already, couldn't I? Because some of the recipes were just water. They weren't all boosted, so we could get some of the... it's just the extra things that we haven't done before. Things like blackberry, raspberry and blueberries we did on Spakova on 22. For Nico, Nico will be happy. Tom, if you're watching, blueberries for Nico. He'll be happy. We might need strawberries at some point. I don't know. I can't remember now. But again, that's a later down the line worry. It's not even a worry. It's just things that are ticking over in my head. Like I say, this has all come off the back of something like just an update for something, and I thought, oh, hang on a minute, and had a look at it, had a bit of a deep dive into it, and then all this has then happened as a consequence. I wasn't intending to do bees. Maybe not at all, but we have ended up. I'm going to need to put a load more water in here though, aren't I? So let's go to here and we'll go down and we'll do blackberry because we haven't got enough blueberry, and we'll get some raspberries on the go as well. Nice one. And then once I've got the seed up here as well, we'll get some boosted versions going. See, while I go down to get the seed, if I'm going to take the trailer down, I'll buy a load more concentrate while I'm at it. Anyway, yeah, it's been a weird one. I know. I'm just like I say. There's my mind's racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour at the moment. I'm thinking of all different sorts of things. that potentially can happen. I think I need to do. Yeah, I'm not happy with the landscaping on this. We need to do a bit more. Do we need to put some bushes, maybe a fence around it, a tree? No, I don't want to block it in too much. No, this is with this where we put it. We want the light on it. If I put a tree by it, it's going to lose the light. We've put it here so it's outward facing, sunlight on it. Lovely job. That worked out really well. Again, I wasn't anticipating that. It's lucky because sometimes you get greenhouses like this and it will be seed, even if it takes herbicide, it will be solid fertiliser, not liquid fertiliser. So the fact it takes liquid fertiliser falls squarely into the realm of what we bought this for, and the concentrate, which again, like I say, complete, just absolute luck that happened. So what that's all for will become more apparent moving forward. We have done some more on the farm. We have spent a fair chunk of that money. We did a bit of contract work at the start. I think there's a sewing contract available. I'll keep an eye out. I might do a few bits and bobs here and there. We've still got a bit of money in the bank, so we should be all right for a little while. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.